This is episode 31.
Yeah, episode 31. Here
Like
we go.
Shane
All right.
Battier, baby. Or Reggie
Like
Miller.
Shane Battier.
Reggie
Wow.
Miller is actually fitting.
right.
Game 7 in New York.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We will. All right. 3, 2. Faked you out right there. You thought I was going to start.
I hate
didn't you?
this guy.
Yeah, got you.
The episode's already
come on.
started, man. Just get on with the
Got you.
intro.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 31. Our Shane Battier episode. We're all here. We're going to talk some basketball today. Will has not prefaced us for a certain game that we're going to play, so we're kind of waiting on the edge of our seat to find out what that means for us.
Yeah.
Will I lose again? Maybe.
Yes, you will.
But
Probably.
you know
Oh,
what?
maybe not.
We're going to have fun doing it either way. You know, y'all don't like my lists, my teams that I make, but for whatever reason, they keep winning. So
They don't.
I don't know what to tell you, Will. Well,
By what
theoretically, they do.
metric do they win?
Theoretical.
I
Okay.
want to know, Spencer, why is your camera so bad right now? Ryan, you see this?
Yeah, I do.
Mine looks fantastic on my side.
Does it? Okay. Well, hopefully it
That's
looks
all that
fine.
matters.
But I can
That's
tell
gonna be-
I'm having my Ryan episode because I can tell that it's lagging way behind on uploading. But hey, I promise you, it's
No,
gonna
I
be
did
okay.
that. I did that for other reasons because Ryan, known internet hog, Ryan Galloway.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
appreciate
This is for
that.
him.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, welcome back.
that's it.
31. We didn't do one last week. Well, we kind of did. We did the live stream, and I tried to get it to upload to Spotify, but I was not very. How do I say this? I was not very skilled
Successful
with trying
with
to.
that?
I was too lazy. I was too lazy in trying to adjust the audio for because it ran on one track, so that kind of that was on me. I probably should have had a backup recording. Anyways, we had the live stream. That was fun. We'll do it again soon. Maybe we do a finals. Maybe a finals reaction live stream. It won't go up on Spotify, but it can go on the channel.
I kind of
content.
like. I want to do like game by game reactions to each finals game. That could be fun. Depending, we're actually
That's
probably gonna
fine.
be
I
watching
mean-
them together, and so maybe they can even be our
We
first
could do it after.
in-person lives. Hey, something to think about.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out after the show. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. This is going to be again pretty much mainly basketball. But before we get into basketball, I wanted to talk about NCAA 25 dropped the trailer, and I'm going to buy it. Unfortunately, I hope EA doesn't screw it up. What are y'all's thoughts on the trailer?
You're
first
so
off?
negative. It looks
Dude,
really
it's
good.
EA Sports, man. What do you expect?
It looks good. They know that they have to get it right, and I think they will. And for people like Julian saying, "Ooh, it looks just like Madden." Well, it's developed by the same company,
Yeah.
and Madden is pretty good graphics, pretty up to date.
Well,
So yeah, it's gonna look similar.
I'm not much of a Madden player these days, but I did see some folks say that it is basically like the NCAA is just reskin of Madden, which I kind of always thought it was going to be. Is it true that NCAA games used to be like a different engine than the NFL?
Yes, actually.
I
The
really was
movement
never
was
that
different.
into them. I am excited for this game, but I really wasn't that into them growing up. I mean, me and Ryan would play at Thanksgivings and whatnot, but I'm excited, especially now that Quinn Ewers is one of the cover athletes. I think he should have been front and center. If you ask me, he's the best QB in the nation. But hey,
Wow.
Yep,
That's a
my bad.
take.
Hey.
He's not even the best QB on his team.
Oh wow!
That's-
But you know what I will say? What I will say?
it's awful.
Identical, in my opinion, better if you look at the environment, the stadiums, everything. I think the graphics are slightly better than the most recent Madden. Of course, we'll see what happens with this year's Madden when it comes out. But identical and similar graphics doesn't mean same gameplay, same movement, animations. So we'll see what happens. And of course, I don't think we're going to get actual gameplay anytime soon. It's going to all be very cinematic. So it's
Well, the game
I think it's
comes
too
out
soon
soon,
to tell.
doesn't it? Doesn't it come out in like July?
It comes out in July, so but
Yeah.
I don't think we'll have gameplay
We don't
until
have
June.
much more time until the game. Actually
That's pretty
comes out.
soon. 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope.
10 days
That's
till
not how
June.
the calendar works.
Is it 31 days in May?
there are 31 days in May.
Oh,
my
I
bad.
thought you meant until
I never-
July.
No, until June. I never
Yeah,
got
June is coming up.
the January, February, March, April thing. Never really got that
What?
down. Do you not? I didn't.
Don't
People
point to your knuckles.
people told me
ever
that
again.
the tops of the knuckles were days of 31 days, and then the valleys were 29, 28, 29, or 30.
So just alternating months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
terrible.
Yeah. I forgot that May had 31 days. May is a forgettable month. Let's be honest. What happens in May besides the NBA playoffs? Really nothing.
We're just getting excited for
Yeah.
Spencer's birthday in June.
Yes. Maybe we'll have a thank you, bro, birthday stream. Maybe
Okay.
that's something.
All right. There's something there. We all take shots. We'll play a little drinking game.
The roast of Spencer Galloway?
No.
Yes, there you go. We'll
my
bring
mental can't
James
take
and
that.
Joe on as well.
Oh no, they'll cook.
They would love the opportunity to
They're college
humiliate you in
freshmen.
front of
They don't
tens
hold
of
back.
people.
Yeah, they don't hold back.
I didn't realize Joe. Shout out Joe if you're listening. I didn't realize he was a senior in high school or now graduated.
No, he's
Good
graduated.
for him.
And he is the most athletic Galloway.
Ever.
We maybe ever. Like we don't have proof of another one existing. Like this man can jump. Out
What
of
about
the
Langston
gym.
Galloway?
Well, we're talking about this tree, this family tree, and this
That's
sucks
our
because
second cousin.
because Drew is listening right now. Drew is listening for sure. And I think there's like 10% of Drew that still believes that Langston Galloway is a cousin of ours. Because me and Ryan made that bit.
Drew, I have
In,
some
like, high
bad
school?
news for you.
And I think he was like a little sold on it.
I'm
I
going to
don't know.
buy a Langston Galloway jersey now.
I don't
We're
even
gonna
know
do
what
it.
the most recent team would be. Is it like the Pelicans or the Pistons or something?
I think it's the Knicks. I think he retired a Knick or something. I think he went back
that's
to New
not a bad
York
way to go out. You know, he has his own signature
in
shoe.
19.
He has his own
What?
signature shoe.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
No, I'm so serious right now.
Who gave him a signature shoe?
Well, I think he did. I think
Langston
he
Galloway's
hooked up with like
Ethics brand. Oh, Langston Galloway's the founder of it.
There you go. See, I said he gave himself his own signature shoe. He said, Nike don't want to give me a shoe,
Wow.
so I'm going to go give me a shoe.
I didn't know Langston Galloway founded Ethics, and then of course Kyrie signed with them. So
Oh, really?
good for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
Kyrie's Ethic brand.
Good sign.
He's only 32. Does he still have? He still has some. What
Oh,
he
I
last played in
guarantee you.
Milwaukee.
He's probably hooping it up overseas right now.
Probably so. Shout out. Yeah. Yeah, he is. He is playing in the LBA.
You know, it's a pretty sweet spot to be in for an NBA guy. It's like, you know, your NBA career is pretty much done, but you just go over to any, pick a country and you just go dominate.
Italy, man.
That's not a bad 3 years.
Yeah.
Making a little bit of money, dominate.
And
Good
you
for
get
the ego.
to become culturally enriched as well.
Definitely some enriching.
A lot of fine European women out over there.
A lot of enrichment
Let's
occurs
not-
overseas in the Euro leagues and the
Yeah.
China leagues.
So shout out Langston Galloway mentioned. First
We need
time
to
on
have
the
a
podcast.
get ready to
Won't
speak
be the last.
Chinese segment where we basically highlight players who had terrible weeks or performances, and we basically cast them off to China. That might be
All
fun.
right.
There might be
Michael
something
Porter
there.
Jr., we'll start with you, buddy.
Get ready to
Ni hao.
learn Chinese, buddy. You're all
Ni
right.
hao.
What do you have? Like 20 points over the last 4 games? Like, I mean, that was just
He was absolutely miserable, is all I know.
he had to be suffering
And
out there.
In the third quarter, he had 2 in a row, and I thought, okay, I think he's back. He hit like a 3, he hit a pull up 3, and then a little fadeaway mid range. I was like, uh-oh. But then, absolutely crapped his pants. And I mean, he went 3 for 12 last night, 7 points. Let's just get right into it. What a game. One of the best games I've watched in recent memory.
Oh, wow.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I can't. Last year playoff didn't. Well, game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals was pretty good. Shout out Derek White. But besides that game, I can't think of another game that was truly, as we say, absolute cinema.
Yeah, I mean, it's in large part though because of the buildup. Because in a vacuum, this game was not very good. I mean, besides the comeback, there was a lot of clankers, a lot of like just mild performances. Anthony Edwards was terrible. But because of the drama of this series and because of all the blowouts that we've had, to see it actually be close down the stretch was pretty impressive. And then, of course, the comeback from Minnesota, which I don't think anybody had like written down at halftime, was like, oh, Minnesota's going to come back in this one. After Anthony Edwards was like 1 for 10, 2 for 10 to start.
Yeah.
And Denver just looked really good. Well, Jokic looked really good and Murray looked really good. And then Murray got really quiet in the second half. And, you know, for as great as Joker is, just getting pretty much nothing out of the supporting cast from the other guys not named Jamal Murray. That proved to be the dagger. And Minnesota was surprisingly on it. And Karl Towns was really good. And Jaden McDaniels had back-to-back 20-point games. And Rudy Gobert hit the wildest no fadeaway turnaround.
You know you're cooked when Gobert hits fadeaways on you.
Yeah,
it's over.
I mean,
I knew it was over from right there.
That was the
Ryan's
emotional
favorite player,
nail
actually.
in the coffin.
It is.
Rudy Gobert is nobody's favorite player. And if he is,
they're lying.
They're lying.
What if you just like good defense?
Then you're still not a Gobert fan. Let's be honest here.
Oh, it's good.
The only
defense.
reason why the Timberwolves won was because Karl Towns guarded Jokic the entire Game 7.
It did a damn good job. I mean, given the circumstances, given that it's the best player in the world, given that this is Karl Towns, who has, even though he was kind of advertised as like a great defensive guy coming into the league, which I never really understood, and he's never really lived up to that.
He's always been a lazy stretch four.
Yeah. I mean, and
he's always
really
been lazy.
Scorer. But
you know what, though? You know what? I think, and I've said this before, at least to one of you, maybe on the air, but I think that the Anthony Edwards praise deserves a ton of focus on what he's gotten out of Karl Anthony Towns, what he's gotten out of this team. He's so clearly their leader emotionally on the court, in the locker room, and the way that he's been able to push this team. Because this team is relatively, I don't want to say the same, but very similar to the team that it's been in years past. I know they added Gobert recently, a year or two ago. And, you know, they've been starting to build the team around Anthony Edwards, but he came in and he made a winning situation out of a group of perennial losers. And that is very impressive.
The biggest
loser. I completely agree.
Here, and maybe not the biggest loser, but one of them. And I know I'm just reaching a little bit because I love to hate on Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler feels like a big loser here. After the parading around in Minnesota up and down for 6 months, oh my God, I can't win with these guys. Oh, these guys are a bunch of losers. Oh, they don't try hard. Karl Towns is the biggest joke I've ever seen. And now Karl Towns is playing great defense and playing really hard and is in a conference finals. It's pretty impressive. I mean, yeah. And I mean, at that time, we all would have agreed with Jimmy Butler. Like, hey, these guys are too young, too dumb.
We did agree with them.
But I mean, and not to say that things can't change, but 22-year-old Anthony Edwards comes in and is a vocal leader, a motivator of this team. He leads by example, even though he was very much on trial yesterday. I'm not going to say he came through with flying colors, but I love that when he was shooting terribly from the field, he switched it up. He was like, I have to attack through my defense. And he ends up getting a couple fast break points generated just by being aggressive on Jamal Murray, picking his pocket. But the jump shot was not there. And he found another way to help out. And they really do turn to him and really do believe in him. And I think that's pretty telling for the 22-year-old Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, shout out Chris Finch as well. I know he's been kind of in the back. He can't actively coach right now, but like we were saying, how Anthony Edwards has been able to get this team from losers to winners, really. Chris Finch obviously has a lot to do with that as well, and just trusting him. But also this team last year put up the best fight against the Nuggets, and they were, if you remember, the last game of the season in San Antonio or it was actually in Austin. The Timberwolves got in that fight. Gobert was suspended from the team for the play-in tournament, and with Kyle Anderson, they managed to get out. But that team had no chemistry going into last year. They figured it out with the same guys. They figured out that without trading, without overreacting, they figured out how to gel and really just what a turnaround, what an absolute turnaround. And yeah, like I said, they put up the best fight against Denver last year, even though they lost in 5. And I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I was telling y'all, I said give the Nuggets the Timberwolves, and the Nuggets don't survive. And there you go. Go Timberwolves. I'm going to buy a Nas Reed jersey now. So yeah, and I can't find a Nas Reed jersey actually. I can't find them anywhere.
Out.
No, they don't even make them.
Good.
They definitely make them. They're definitely on
them.
like the Timberwolves Pro Shop or something.
Yeah, I tried going on the. They're not there.
I've seen
you could make
jerseys out there. People,
no, like authentic ones. I don't want those. Like this one I got on. I don't.
Is that's hella China, isn't it?
No. This is I got on Fanatics for like $20.
Oh my! Is that the Simmons jersey?
Authentic?
No, it's Kyrie actually, which we'll talk about. We'll talk about that series in a minute.
You want an authentic Nas Reed jersey?
Yes.
The $200 one.
Yes.
You want to spend $200 on Nas Reed?
Well, I don't. I put up a bet with my dad. My dad's rooting for the Mavs. And I said, if the Timberwolves win, you owe me a Nas Reed jersey, and if they don't, I'll pay for you and Mom to have dinner at a nice place. So
that's not a bad bet.
It's not, right?
That's but get ready to pay up. And get ready to pay up a little bit because hopefully he doesn't choose too nice of a place.
Hopefully the Mavs don't have what it takes to beat that defense.
Man,
Anthony Edwards gonna give Kyrie hell. Let's see who's gonna guard Luka here. You can put a lot of people.
Dude,
let's actually, I think a better match would be Edwards on Kyrie, but Anthony Edwards said Edwards on Luka, but Anthony Edwards said he got Kyrie. So
I'm so pissed at the assumption. We're just bookmarking Minnesota to the finals. And right now, that's not how I'm picking it.
Rightfully so.
But even if you think that Minnesota would win, it's not. It's way too close for people to just be like, "Oh, Wolves Celtics in the finals. Wolves Celtics in the finals, guarantee it." Like maybe it happens.
Celtics.
I'm sure there's a great chance that it does. Shut the dude. But Dallas, did we not just do this thing with Dallas? We just saw they have the two of the 5 most prolific backcourt scorers in the league. They have 2 of them. I mean, they're incredible, and I mean, yeah, they have a fantastic defense, and they're going to be physical, and they're going to make it tough. Nobody's doubting that. But you're not going to stop Luka or stop Kyrie. You might even bring one of them down a little bit on one night, not both of them.
There's been games where they both decided they didn't want to play.
Yeah,
and
here they are.
They were some stinkers.
I really don't even know that Dallas has many holes at this point. And it pains me to say that because I'm not a big Luka fan. I'm not a big Kyrie fan, but I understand how great they are.
You love Kyrie.
I don't love Kyrie. But and you raved on this team all year after the deadline. And I was the one who was more hesitant about their trade deadline moves. And I was dead wrong. Here they are. They stand in the conference finals. I mean, I know OKC looked good during that series, but I don't know. They only it ends up being 4-2, and I don't know. They never really pushed Dallas that hard for the series. Dallas has had a really nice playoff so far against 2 really good teams. The 1 seed, albeit some are saying a very weak 1 seed. I don't know that that's entirely true. I think they're just
that's not
young.
fair to the Thunder.
They were just early.
Yeah,
I mean they're just early. I really like Dallas. I just like them too much to just punch Minnesota's ticket. I like Dallas in a long series. I think it's 7 games, and we'll see what happens. But as of right now, I just think we need to ease up on the Minnesota love.
They are 1-3.
I look at it. I think it's too
ahead,
close to call. I think I think this is way too close to just definitively say, "Oh, the Wolves are going to win." They're so young. How old is Anthony Edwards? 22?
22.
Maybe 23? 22?
22.
Yeah, exactly. So young. Now, at the same time, after mentioning that, if the Timberwolves do win and go to the finals, and especially if they were to beat Boston, which I don't think would happen, but if they were, you're looking at a team where your superstar is 22 years old and you're NBA champions. He is not the best he's going to be. He's going to become a much better shooter. He's going to develop so many more of his skills. He's going to hone his craft. He hasn't done any of that yet. It's his second year in the league. The rest of the league is effed if that happens. They might be anyway. That being said, if that does happen, I think the Celtics would win because they have the best player in the series, Jason Tatum, on their team. And love him or hate him, we can talk about his leadership style or his softness or his hardness till we're blue in the face.
He's a great guy.
Undisputedly, he is bigger. He's a better shooter. He is way more skilled than Edwards, at least right now. And so I would give the Celtics a significant edge. I think they would probably win that series in 6. Anyway, I think that the Mavericks are really good. I like Luka. I like Kyrie on the court. In person, in real life, off the court, no, probably not. But I don't know. I just think that this Mavericks team is tough. They're winners. They are winning. And this playoff run has proven to me that they have what it takes to at least make it a very good series.
That's fair. I was actually going to throw out some head-to-heads, but then I remembered this was all pre the Mavs and Timberwolves played all 4 games before the Mavs got their trades. So I'm just going to toss it to the side.
What was the record
Mavs
anyway?
were 1-3 against them, but it's not the same team. So
it's not the same situation. Playoffs different.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't know why. Well, the Timberwolves had won the season series against the Nuggets this year. They did. And then they also won against the Suns.
That was a great regular season team. Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm so wishy-washy on the Mavs. I don't know why. I just can't trust them. I can't trust a Luka-led team, man. I don't know. After the past few years, just watching that team collapse, and he's he's the cause for it. What's that?
You sound like me now. Bashing.
Yeah,
Luka.
I know, and I was so high on it because, like you said, I was earlier. I said this is a title contender. Right after they traded for Gafford and Washington and those guys, I said, and obviously they still are title contenders because they're 1 of 2 in their conference. So,
well, I'll tell you, if Luka looked like he did at the end of this most recent series, at the end of the Thunder series, if he looked like he did at the start of it, I'd lean Minnesota more heavily. But I feel like he got progressively healthier. If it was really a health thing,
that is
he's
true.
either gotten progressively healthier or just playing much better. He looks more confident. He looks more physical. The shot is starting to
better
really
shape.
fall. Yeah, he just looks like he's
in
feeling
better shape
better
in Game 7
and can play deeper into these games at a higher level. And I'm still so high on Luka, man. I know everybody wants to talk about Ant, Shea, everything else. Luka is still, to me, he is second or third in this league. I mean, as far as top players in this league go, he's going to definitively be the best player in this series, at least going into it. We'll see what happens throughout as it progresses. And I still look at Minnesota as I feel like they're only as good as their second best guy. If Ant doesn't have it, which we've seen a few times in these playoffs, he's had a game in each series where he has not had it. And what do you do then? Now, obviously, they found a way in Game 7. But we're talking about Jaden McDaniels going up back-to-back 20-point games for a guy who averaged 9 in the regular season. This isn't who he is. He's going to come down to earth. I know he can shoot the ball. He's shooting with confidence. This is part of why we love Ant. He empowers his teammates. But if Karl Towns,
yeah, except is your issue? Does he come down in this series or next series? You know,
he can come down at any given moment. And I mean, these guys are.
You don't know when
guys.
it's going to happen.
It's probably going to happen on the road.
You forget though that even the role players can give you 50. Look at what's his name on the Pistons.
Malachi Flynn.
What's his name?
I know they're all
Malachi
capable
Flynn.
of it. But
Exactly. Gave you 50. SGA doesn't have 50 balls.
I love the switchiness and the defense that Dallas is going to bring you. Not that I didn't love what Denver had, but Dallas has younger, quicker defenders. PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. I love their two bigs. They're always going to be able to have a great big on the floor, which is something Denver couldn't always guarantee. If Jokic hit the bench, then what? They had to play a small ball 5 with Aaron Gordon at the 5. But Dallas has 2 great, awesome centers who can actually try to contest the size of Minnesota. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people are calling it.
I think it goes to 6 or 7 for sure. I don't know who wins if it's at 7. I'll say Timberwolves in 6. I'll stick with that. But y'all can disagree, which y'all do. So it's okay. That's why we're here. Let's move on. I think we did a pretty good job at breaking that one down. And I think it's the most intriguing series because this next series we're going to talk about is it's not what we wanted. And even if we got the series we wanted, it wouldn't have been fun because Brunson broke his hand. So
yeah,
what a shame. Next season derailed by injuries. Who would have guessed?
I think that this series, well, especially with the Brunson injury, I think this series has the potential to at least be more fun / entertaining. I think Celtics win in 5, but I still think it'll be more fun. I think Halliburton's really finding, especially last game, started to find who we all saw him to be before his injury a little bit. And I've always loved Miles Turner, Longhorn legend, but I don't know. I think the Pacers could hang with the Celtics for a little bit, make it a little interesting. And I think they have the talent on their team for me to not feel like total crap about that. Now, they shouldn't give any significant problems, though.
I would agree.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't know. Why did the Celtics and Pacers play 5 times this year? In-season tournament, right? Okay. I was about to say, in which, let's see, the Celtics are 3-2 against.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe go 6. I'll go 6. But, well, yeah, Ryan, like you said, I liked how Halliburton's back, but Halliburton's just not going to be enough, especially on a team that gives up 125 points a game against the probably arguably the best offense besides the Pacers themselves, the most rounded offense. I mean, it's just not going to be close. It's going to be a tough watch, in my opinion. I think every final score is going to be 130 to 115, pretty much in Boston's favor.
Fair. I could see that happening.
So unless Jason Tatum just has one of those Tatum playoff games, which could happen. But then Jaylen Brown will clean up his mess as per usual.
Tatum would have to have a bad game, and Halliburton would have to have the game of his life. And even then,
Well, it's not. I don't want to discredit the Pacers too much because you have Obi Toppin, you have Pascal Siakam, you have Miles Turner, like you said. I mean, these are good players. They're not up to par with. I know Spencer's got a smirk on his face. They're not up to par with the Celtics. We know that, but they're still formidable. And
they're a fine team. There's nothing wrong with their team.
It's always fun when, you go down the list of these rosters and you compare them to Boston, and you're like, oh yeah, Pascal Siakam. Oh yeah, Obi Toppin. And you're like, oh yeah, Tatum.
I was about to throw out Andrew Nimhard, but I saw you smirking.
I like the Pacers team. They're super versatile. They can all shoot the ball with. Right now they're shooting with great confidence, and Miles Turner is a force. He's great defensively. Until Porzingis gets back in this series, which I expect he will on the back half of it, whether that be a game 4 or game 5.
He needs to if he wants to do well in the finals.
Turner will be the best
has to play a game
center in the series. But the gap between each team's best player is pretty sizable. And I love Tyrese Halliburton. I think he is truly, as far as guards in the league, he's towards the top, and he is the traditional kind of point god. I mean, how many times did he have a 20-point, 20-assist game this year? And how many years did we go without seeing that? I'm sure Russell Westbrook was probably the last one to do it. This guy's insane, man. He pushes the pace. The Pacers' pace is incredible, no pun intended. It's a really good team. Great offense. Swinging door on defense for the most part. They've been better
Historic
since the Siakam
offense and
trade.
historically bad defense.
Exactly.
Sure.
And who's the team to best capitalize on that than the Boston Celtics? I think this one's quick. I think it's 5 games, and I think Boston gets a great amount of rest going into the finals. So I love it.
Yeah. But you know what's good, though, is that the Pacers are another young team that they're getting this experience now, and you can go find someone in free agency or through a trade that might be your missing piece to build on next year. So this isn't for the Pacers. Of course, every game should be a win or die thing, but this isn't the end of the world if/when they lose this series. Whereas it's the end of the world for the Clippers. Let's say they're done. Like that experiment's over. Seems like, and really Boston, if you think about it, this is a must-win postseason. This is a must-win title for Boston.
It is. It absolutely
They've been so many times. All their players are creeping up on those contracts now. Those contracts are about to start kicking in. This is it. This is win or the team gets broken up.
And it wasn't, well, I don't know if it's win or the team gets broken up.
They won't break this up.
It won't break up, but you have to look at yourself in the mirror if you don't win. I didn't say this before the Nuggets got eliminated, but now Nuggets are out. Best players out. The only team that could beat you realistically, and you say, okay, the Celtics didn't choke. They lost to a really good team. Now, whoever beats them, the Celtics, outside of maybe Minnesota, but even then you say, okay,
I feel bad about that.
No,
I
exactly.
feel terrible about losing to Minnesota.
No, exactly. I would feel better about that than against the Pacers or the Mavs, but still.
Losing to the Pacers would be pretty devastating.
If they lose to the Pacers, they should break it up. They should break up everything. Send Tatum to China.
Or at least get rid of Missoula. But I think that if they don't win this year, this is their year, and it's like, well, shit, what do we do now? Well, where do we go from here? We have the best team on paper. We had the best record in the regular season. We lost 2 after the Pacers series, maybe 3 games in the Eastern Conference to get to the finals. So what do we do? And I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Coaching staff or front office would get blown up pretty quickly.
Yeah, you would have to do something. You couldn't not do something.
Well, that's the thing with this team, though, is like everything is perfect. Like the front office is perfect. The coaching is not. The coaching is questionable, but I think they've done a good job patching it up given the situation that they had. And you could say all you want about the Ime Udoka. They should have just kept him. Maybe. We don't know what happened inside. And obviously there was a lot of bad blood there. I mean, there's no way of knowing exactly whose feelings were hurt, what happened, what was said, what was exactly done. And on the fly, Mazzulla, I mean, we bag on him hard. And last year's playoffs, he was bad in some spots. So far, and I know the competition hasn't been stiff, but he's looked good. The team has looked very sharp outside of a historic Miami night and a pretty grungy game 2 in which, it's kind of, the Celtics just kind of squandered one against Cleveland. I was watching the Denver Minnesota series and thinking, God, I really don't know who to root for, like as a Celtics fan. But today I feel a million times better about it being Minnesota than I do Denver. In the moment, it was tough because it's like, man, Minnesota in some of those games was hitting everything and really did look superhuman. Towns at times looked incredible. But the truth is, you got the best player in the world knocked out earlier than we all thought. And I mean, that Denver team was probably just not as good as we all thought at this point. They did lose some depth. Jamal Murray was battling an injury to some extent. And they relied way too much on Gordon and Porter. And I think that's something they're going to look in the mirror this summer and say, can those guys be our 3rd and 4th best guys, or do they need to be our 4th and 5th? They might need
one more.
A 3rd semi option that they can turn to. But I feel great as a Celtics fan, knowing that it's Minnesota and Dallas on the other side, and that I feel pretty good about either team.
Yeah. You also got to hope that the Pacers don't have the same shooting night they did last night. That was playoff record. So, which if there is a team that can do it, it is the Pacers. They've been, we were just talking about it. They've been known to light it up, but they've also been known to give some really, really historic stinkers. They've had so many. I'm looking at their losses. They've had so many losses by 30 plus. It's actually it's pretty inspiring. This looks like the Spurs in the loss column at times. I was looking up Porzingis out game 1, questionable game 2, probable game 3. Didn't practice today, but that's just an extra rest day. So you'll probably first see him step on the court in Indiana. Would be a safe bet.
I'd bet game 3 or game 4. He's good,
and you might not need to. Or you just put on minutes restrictions.
You'd want, I want to see him.
You do need him. Yes. Let me rephrase that. You do need him, but you put him on minutes.
Yes.
And
let's see him play get some reps, some meaningful reps. Even if especially if it's on the road against Indiana, this is still a good Indiana team. I mean, I know it's not Milwaukee with Giannis. I know it's not, a healthy Jimmy Butler squad of old. But as far as the East goes in this very moment, we need to do a quick obituary for the Knicks, because that team fully healthy is something to really
do an obituary for the entire Eastern Conference. Think about it.
Yeah,
the Celtics
true.
Played the Celtics and Pacers have the exact same resume. They played teams where their stars were out. All four teams that these two have played. Butler, Donovan Mitchell was out. I mean, the Cavs weren't winning that. Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen both out in that series. Cavs weren't going to win, but it probably would have been closer.
The Bucks would have most likely beat
the Pacers. The Bucks would have won.
Yeah,
if they had Giannis.
And
then
Dame sat too.
Yeah, that's true. And then, of course, the Knicks. I don't know. The Knicks ran out of gas, and they were done before Brunson broke his hand. That game was over before that. So, I mean, they were cooked. Josh Hart was hurt, and he was still having to play 40 minutes with something. What is it? A strained abdomen or something?
Yeah, strained ab. OG Anunoby moved around like he was 90 and was on a walker, and then they took him out. I mean, when they said he was good to go, I thought, oh, that's questionable. That seems like a fast return. And then sure enough, he looked terrible.
I mean, so this obviously all goes back to Thibodeau, and he's notorious for running his players into the ground. I like his play style. I hate his minutes management. That's the thing. If he were able to somehow
find a balance,
get his team, yeah, exactly. But that's why he'll never win one.
I mean, there were guys on that New York bench, and I'm not about to sing the praises of Alec Burks.
Deuce McBride.
But there were capable guys on that bench who could have played 10 to 15 minutes in spots where you have a lead, where you're comfortable. Yeah, you're not going to be as good when you have bench guys out there. And I don't know ball better than Tom Thibodeau. Would never claim to. He's a fantastic coach. We love Tibbs, but you have to think. I mean, all these injuries. At some point, you're like, man, how hard are these guys going? And guys who have played for Tibbs will tell you, like, it is hard, and the practices are hard too. Meanwhile, a lot of NBA teams are hardly practicing at all. Like during the seasons and during the playoffs, they're hardly practicing
Lakers.
at all. Yeah, and sometimes it shows.
Terrible.
But if you're going to follow crazy hard physical practices with crazy minutes loads in these playoff games,
this is what you get.
It's tough. Yeah. It's tough.
You just run out of gas. So, all right. So predictions, obviously we kind of already tipped our hand here. I got Wolves and I got Celtics, and I don't know who would win the finals in that matchup. I know y'all are as Celtics fans, y'all are very high on them, but I haven't seen it. They haven't played anyone that moves me yet, and they won't until they play the Mavericks or the Timberwolves. So we'll see. I'll give you my finals prediction after game 1.
It's going to be boring for the Celtics until it's not. It's just going to be boring. The Cavs series was boring. The Miami series was boring. This series, I think it'll be obviously the biggest test for them so far, but largely it'll probably be boring. And it's going to be easy to look at the Celtics and say, I haven't seen it, because you haven't had to see it. They played one game this postseason with clutch minutes. And it was, I think, game 5 against Cleveland where they took care of them, wrapped that series up. But
and that kind of worries me a little bit.
It's something that,
it worries me a little bit.
You'd like
I
to
don't
see
want to
them
get to the
tested a little
finals,
bit.
and it's like, get to the finals, you play your toughest competition, your best team that you've played all year, and you haven't faced any adversity. So what are you going to do when you get punched in the mouth by Anthony Edwards? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Hey, this is funny.
Very dumb.
Apparently we are live on YouTube somehow.
Oh, are we?
I didn't set that up.
Well, hey guys.
Good thing we haven't said anything.
What's up, YouTube?
We would never say anything, by the way. But
yeah, I don't know why you even bothered with that comment.
I need to take this down, actually, because it's. Hold on.
Why are we
already streaming for 41 minutes?
Yeah, I know. I don't know how. I looked at my phone and it said watch live. No, awesome. I don't want to watch live.
You should.
How do I
tell your friends?
Man, I guess. I wonder how it sounds.
Maybe that's an idea. Maybe every episode should be live and then posted afterwards. I don't know. It's just a thought. Could be fun.
It could be, but not this one.
Maybe not this one. But this is a good one. Ryan, while Will figures out his technical difficulties.
Yeah, you talk. Why?
I just have a question for our rival Knicks. If you get to the conference final, or you knock on the door of the conference finals and you had all the injuries, you go into this offseason, there's a lot of big names out there. Are you just running it back, knowing that Randall wasn't here, knowing that OG got banged up, knowing that Brunson, of course, he was playing through a lot, and then by the end of it, the broken hand. Are they safe to run it back?
My problem with them running it back is, and they're a good team. When they're all healthy, when they're playing the way Thibodeau wants them to play, they're objectively a top 5 team in the league. But what about next year if they run it back is going to be different? Thibodeau's going to run them all into the ground. These players are going to start dealing with the same nagging injuries that they've had. They're going to be dead by the time they play meaningful basketball in May. So I don't see the sense in running it back. Obviously, I'm not saying get rid of Thibodeau. Obviously, I'm not saying blow it up and
what's
rebuild.
The fix to that then? You just add – you can add depth, but
I don't know.
Is depth going to be meaningful?
Yeah.
Is the depth going to see
that Thibodeau's not going to utilize?
It's like that's the thing. Is the depth going to see the floor? It's just if it's a Thibodeau thing, it's a Thibodeau thing. But I don't know. I like this team a lot, and I think they had
I do too. I think it's a fun
bad
team.
hand with injuries. I don't
know.
I
they
wouldn't go do the
and
Donovan
they weren't.
Mitchell thing. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put somebody next to Brunson who's just like Brunson.
Missing Randall was tough.
Randall was tough, and I would not go get someone that would take the ball out of Brunson's hands.
Which is why they add the 4th Villanova Avenger. They go across the hall. They go across the bridge. Hey, Brooklyn, you suck. Here's a first-round pick.
Yeah.
We want the 4 buddies together. Mikal Bridges is fantastic in this role. We've seen it in Phoenix forever until he had to.
And he'll give you 82.
He'll give you 82 games. He's an Iron Man. He's a Thibodeau guy through and through. Defense first, plays every game. Mikal Bridges.
It's a great call. It's a great call.
The only issue is Brooklyn put their pride aside and do it and realize, hey, we suck. There's no point in us keeping Bridges, and the Knicks would probably overpay for him.
They need to. They need draft picks. This has gone on too long.
They don't have their own.
They don't have their own until 2029, I believe. Something stupid. This is a dumpster fire of an organization. Go get a draft pick, even if it's a late first.
Even if it's,
Go do it.
I think you can get multiple. They would definitely get multiple, especially if you tell the next, hey, you're going to look. The truth is, you're going to have to overpay.
Next year's, and the years
after
after.
So you're going to have to overpay. I think they would. I think they would do anything to make that happen.
This year's and then 2026. There you go.
Damn.
And he might be worth for that team. He might be in a win now situation. He might be. Side note: the live stream actually sounded pretty good. Maybe we do it next time. Not this time though. It's been deleted. It's been nuked. So hopefully this recording is good because that sucks if it's not.
I am concerned because it does say. Does it always say live recording? I feel like it just says record.
Where does it say live?
It
does say that. See, I didn't notice that. Yeah, I didn't notice that until now.
I'm a bit stressed out personally. I feel like this podcast might be scrapped.
It's no. It's good because it's still recording on.
Okay.
Because look, it says 99% uploaded. If you look at your
it does
stuff on the side.
All right.
So
we're sending prayers up.
Don't worry, baby.
This is safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna be devastated if it's.
Absolutely horrified.
And that would happen to us. But let's not think about that. Let's do something different now. Okay, so let me move y'all over here. I have a few games. I've seen them from others. So shout out those guys. I actually forgot where I kind of took the idea from.
Yeah,
but it's not like it's
trademarked. Somebody else, took it from somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. So
we're all just recycling other stuff.
Don't care.
And doing it better.
Yeah, so I wanted to create a few of these, and we are going. I need the media share this. Hold on.
You can put something on my screen.
I'm going to.
Oh yeah, I like when you put stuff on my screen.
I'm trying to figure out how I don't want to blow the answers because I have an answer key as well. So I'm trying. Okay, I'm just going to rename the file as I do it. All right. So, all right. I know which one this is. Okay. Then I'm going to write it down. 1 second. Sorry. I thought this would be a little easier to do, but it's not.
It's all right. We can
file 2 is the K, and then file 3. So the first game. 20. Okay. Okay. The first game is guess which team is which from their points per game by their starting position.
Oh, I like this one.
So that the first two teams are current teams. This is 2022 season. The last team we're going to do
2022 is current.
Is what did I say? 2022? My bad. The first it's 2023, 2024.
Okay.
The first two, and then the last one is from a recent season, which you might be able to tell. I'm not going to give it away instantly, but I'll give you all hints when you need it. All right, so share. Here we go.
Fine. I think I like our odds here.
All right, first one's up. I'm trying to figure out. I'll edit this somehow. All right, here's the first one. This is. Can you see this?
So you have no star, maybe an all-star at power forward.
Yeah, and for those who are listening to it, I'll read out. The point guard averages 12 a game, shooting guard 17.4, small forward 14.7, power forward 22.2, and center 7.1. For those who cannot see it right, and we encourage you to watch the podcast instead of listen to it, but we know that sometimes it doesn't always work that way.
Immediately,
so give me your guesses.
Than I thought it was going to be. Immediately harder than I thought.
This is this year's team. This is
getting
a team this
nothing. Year. I don't want to say nothing because maybe this center has given you something somewhere else, but you're not getting not getting much here from the center. This is not a playoff team.
It's not. It's not a playoff team.
Not a playoff team. I'm thinking about a couple teams. I'm thinking about the Hornets. I'm thinking about the Blazers. I'm thinking about.
So it's not a playoff team. So 17 at the shooting guard is probably really empty. These are all really empty stats.
Not necessarily. They could have been fringe.
And this lineup is post trade deadline.
Is this?
Okay.
See, here's the thing that's going to bother me: the positions. A lot of teams don't play to true positions. Is the power forward?
And that it was tough.
Is the power forward like really a power forward, or is it DeMar DeRozan and this is the Chicago Bulls?
No, this is not the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
This is a somewhat true modern power forward.
Okay.
Modern day power forward. This
Wait.
is not a Tim Duncan KG power forward.
I wanted to
Oh
go.
wait, I know who this is. I know it.
Go ahead.
Led by their power forward, averaging 22.2 points per game, allegedly better than Jason Tatum. This is the Washington Wizards, baby. Give me
Yep,
Kyle
there you
Kuzma
go.
and
Got
Jordan
it.
Oh
Poole.
my goodness, it is.
That is Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole.
Who else is
Tyus
on that starting
Jones,
team?
Denny Avita. I don't even know how to say his name right.
God.
And then
Yeah, this is
Rashawn
bad.
Holmes.
Rashawn Holmes is a
Yeah,
starter in
that's your center.
2024.
was the
God
starting
dang
center at the
it.
very end of the year, the last month of the season. He
How
started.
awful
That's
is it though?
nuts.
I didn't get that.
Pure misery, an absolutely miserable team.
I didn't realize
So-
Kuzma averaged so many points, but that's, of course, on that team. But
Well, when you're the
Well,
only option and you're
Remember
just
when you said they
chucking
were
up
empty?
shots.
They're empty. They're
They're
confirmed
empty.
Yeah, this is the Washington Wizards.
Dude, I was
All
thinking
right,
of that
so there's
class
that
of
one.
team too, and I just never thought of the
That's
Wizards.
crazy.
Gosh.
I can't believe I
I
got
guess I
those.
just
Nice
ruled
pool.
out the scoring from Kuzma, but I knew that. I knew he had that.
All right, here's the
Jeez.
next one.
Yeah.
This one is also,
Mhm.
I'll give you this, not a playoff team, but disappointing.
Not a
This is the
playoff
Bulls.
team.
No,
This is the Bulls. This is not the Bulls.
it's not the Bulls. It's not the
Really wanted
Bulls.
it to be the Bulls.
Maybe one day. Maybe it'll be
Not
the Bulls one
playoff
day.
team.
It screams
Does that
Bulls. It
mean not a
screams
play-in
DeRozan.
team either?
I don't know. I'm not going to
Okay,
give you.
so it could be a play-in team.
Play-in's not the play. Yeah, play-in is not the
Okay.
playoffs. So you got, so for those who can't see it, the point
Damn, I
guard's
forgot who
averaging
the play-in
13.
teams were.
The shooting guard, no Google. Google's done. You can't use
This
it.
is
You
not-
can't use it
I
right
can't,
now.
I
You need
can't
ball
look up the
knowledge.
play-in for this season.
Nope, this is ball knowledge. This is ball
Okay.
knowledge. Your point guard's at 13 a game. Your shooting guard's at 18.7. Small forward 23.2. Power forward 15.1. Center 8.1. You can ask a question.
You know, this game
I might give you an answer.
was so much easier like 10 years ago, but now there's like 55 guys in the NBA who
Yeah.
average over 20. It's just not that easy anymore.
And that's why you need some. This is where ball knowledge
Okay, is this a Western
comes in handy.
Conference team?
This might be a Western
I
Conference.
think you said
team.
we could ask questions. You said we could.
And he
ask
said he
questions.
might answer.
That's terrible.
And I said I might answer.
I might.
I'm not going to give you answers that limit that knock down. You can ask about the positions. You can ask.
Does this team
Okay.
have a generally respected and a good head coach?
Is this the Charlotte Hornets?
This is not the Hornets.
Oh.
Your point guard would be averaging a lot more. Respected.
Well, I was thinking Melo Ball was out in this case.
That's a fair assumption, but
I was thinking
no.
about Brandon
I think
Miller
I probably
at three,
might have
but I
would
don't
have.
think he got to 23 a game. That's too.
I don't think he got the 20. No, Wemby was the leading scorer for rookies. He was at 21 or something like that. I'll give you a hint.
Hmm.
The small forward and power forward are somewhat misleading. These two are positionless. They
You
lean
said
more on the
small
power forward
and
side.
power forward?
They kind of run a 2 power forward lineup with a center. So think massive here. That might be the
Oh,
that might be
is
the
this
hint.
the Memphis Grizzlies?
No, it's not.
Oh my god!
It is
That's a
Western
good thought.
Conference. I'll give you it now.
I wanted
Okay.
Desmond Bain at the 3, even though he's kind of a 2, and I wanted
No,
Jaren
these
Jackson
are
at the 4.
massive. The 3, 4, and 5 are massive.
They're massive.
He might be the biggest 3/4 in the league.
Is this no? No way. No, it's not. I'm not even gonna say it. No,
Guess. No guess.
no, I don't want to. It's
not the
wrong.
Spurs.
It's wrong. Is
You're
this
probably right.
the Orlando Magic and Paolo Banchero was the
No,
biggest?
you're
3?
wrong. No, I said it was in the West. I said it was in the West.
Oh my god. Oh, it's Lauri Markkanen and the Utah Jazz.
Yes,
God
there you go.
dang.
It's the Utah Jazz. Lauri Markkanen.
He is so
John. So
not
we
a 3,
have,
which is crazy.
yeah, I know. We have we have Sexton at the 2. They ran Sexton at the 2.
John
they
Collins.
ran
Kelly Olynyk, or is that
Yeah.
is that
no. That's John Collins, Walker Kessler, John Collins,
Kessler.
and Lauri Markkanen.
excellent?
Kessler could have went in at the 6-man, but he kind of started towards the end of the year.
Yeah, he was 6 for a
So
lot.
that's what I went. That's what I went with. But you could have gone a little different there. So yeah,
Alright.
that is the Utah Jazz. And then one more. Here we go. This one's fun. You'll know this one. This one, this team went to the conference finals in their respective league
What's
roughly 6 to 9 years ago.
6 to 9?
I think you'll know it right when you see it. Can I zoom in?
Not
There we go.
immediately.
So the point guard's averaging 24.5, shooting guard 14.5, small forward 13.9. They ran 2 sitters
is-
in this offense
Nope.
at 13 points per game and 6 points per game.
Conference finals.
They have
6
been
to 9
This
years
team
ago?
went to the conference finals 6 to 9 years ago.
Conference finals. Oh, wait, 6 to 9 years ago. My first thing was like,
Yes.
this has to be the Trae Young fluke Hawks.
No.
That's
this
too
is not.
recent.
Trae Young averaged near 30.
This has to.
Um,
It's too. I mean, you're just, this is a point guard dominant offense, but I'm thinking about the Warriors. There's too much production from Clay, higher than 14. I'm thinking about.
This might give it away.
I'm thinking about
This
the
team
Thunder.
features two Australians. This starting lineup features 2 Australians.
So Joe Ingles, Donovan Mitchell, Jazz.
Nope.
What?
Nope. Donovan Mitchell's not from Australia.
Well, I'm aware, but the Jazz, they had Joe Ingles and I guess maybe somebody
Joe
else.
Ingles and no one else.
Ah,
2 Australians here. One of them is a Spurs
Irving
legend.
is an Australian.
There you go. Which year is it?
2017.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
yeah.
2017,
yeah.
2018 Boston
Let's go.
Celtics.
Oh,
This is
so
Kyrie,
misleading.
Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Aaron Baines.
So
Wow.
misleading with the
I know.
That was
with
sneaky.
the Kyrie
That was
bit,
sneaky,
because
Will.
I'm thinking about the conference finals, and Kyrie never played in the
Thank you.
conference finals for us. So I was just that didn't make sense.
Yes, that was. I tried to trick you intentionally.
And then I was thinking about playoff
Um,
stats, and that's when Tatum took the jump. But yeah,
This is
during
regular
during the
season,
regular
though.
season,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are regular season stats. That team did go to a conference finals. Kyrie did not play in it.
Or he did not play. Jason
But-
definitely averaged more than 13. But yes, that was definitely tricky. Good job by Will.
Thank you, bro. I enjoyed putting that together. We got one more. I
Oh,
like
we have,
games.
We have
all right?
another. We have another game.
And we have another game. We have another one. This one's gonna take up the rest of the entire podcast.
All right, lock in.
How long
get
is
ready
the
to
rest
clip
of
this
the
one.
entire
So
podcast?
we're gonna. It'll be a great clip on YouTube.
Depends on how fast you get this one done. I need to figure out a way to. Okay. I need to figure out. How do I hide this?
You hiding the answer key?
Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. This might be. I'm going to use the calculator app to hide this.
That's insane.
Actually, I know all the answers.
People are going to be
Hold on.
looking
Let me
at the
just-
screen and being like, "Why the hell is the calculator open?"
No, because it's right. Yeah, the answer key is literally right next to it, and I can't figure out how to
You can't just
pull it away.
minimize the screen, that part of it, just drag it over.
No, I can't.
Oh wow!
Oh wait, maybe I can. Oh, I can. Oh,
got him.
the only problem is I can figure that out in a minute. Okay, here we go.
All right.
So the next game, I'll probably just do entire screen, and then I can figure it out. Yeah, because
Just
I can
do
just pull it
something, man.
over.
I
Yeah,
like
okay, cool.
this.
All right. Here we go. So the one highlighted is your MVP. I'll just give you that right now. This is 2007, 2008. You're going to have to dig deep in your bag. Points per game leader. 2007, 2008.
2007 and 8. So the MVP is LeBron.
No,
What?
the MVP is not LeBron.
What? Oh, that's
It's
next
not
year.
LeBron.
That's next year. Scoring leaders in 07, 08. God, this is such a deep.
I will
hole.
help you out. I will help you out at the end. And I actually, when I was making this, forgot to put the teams there on. So I'll give you. We're gonna try to get as many as we can
I've
without
seen
it,
this
and then I'll help you
before,
out
and
with
the
the
teams
teams.
are there, and it makes it
Yeah.
much easier.
Yes. The teams are yes,
so
and
hard.
I agree, and I completely forgot that.
I was 7.
So next one we do. What's that?
I was 7 years old.
Yeah, I know, but you should know this still. Number one is obvious.
All right.
No, it's
Number
not.
one is
Is it
LeBron.
LeBron?
Yes.
Okay.
Number one is LeBron.
Okay.
And hold on, I gotta drag it over real quick.
07. Oh,
That picture.
You lose. You get to see my dog for a second.
I'm ready to start banging out names that will clear up the board a little bit. Oh, there you go. LeBron. Hi. Carmelo Anthony is on this
Oh.
list.
Actually, here, guys, do me a favor and just cover up the left side. I don't know how you can do it, but cover up the left side because I have the answer key. I just want to kind of blow through this.
okay.
All right. Fire away.
Scout's honor.
So Spence said
Okay.
Carmelo.
Carmelo's on there.
Yes.
Give me Kobe.
I'm truthfully blocking it.
Kobe at where?
All right. 2 or 3. Spence, what do you think? 2 or 3?
I totally am blanking on MVP. I cannot. who the
Kobe's
hell was the
definitely top
MVP?
3.
Who the hell was the MVP this year?
Wait, Kobe was
I don't know.
MVP.
Kobe,
Kobe,
there you go. I
Kobe
was
at
like,
2.
you said,
Kobe at
you
2.
said his.
Ah,
There you
I
go.
thought
You
he
said
was
his
a year-
name.
a
You
year
said his
earlier.
name like 6 times.
that was
No.
stupid.
Okay.
He should have won the year before. Steve Nash won it.
Okay. Can you give us
Or
the
2 years
team? Can you
prior.
give us the team for the next square?
The Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, Carmelo goes here.
Nope.
Ooh, wait. Iverson?
Oh, Allen Iverson. Yeah.
Allen Iverson.
Let's
God.
go. Wait.
Hold on.
Well, Carmelo's still on this list. He is on this list.
Wait, what's
He is
what's
on
the
this
fourth,
list.
fourth team?
One moment. So Allen Iverson, the Denver Nuggets.
Carmelo
there you
Anthony-
go.
Oh my
There
god,
That's nice.
that's insane. Next team.
What a
Yeah,
fun team.
yeah. Surely they did something.
Paul Pierce is on this list.
Paul Pierce is not on this list.
Wow.
Paul Pierce is definitely not.
Oh,
He
on
is-
the
07,
was
08.
not top
07,
20.
08. Oh, he's not. This is the year.
He didn't
Because
need to
this was
score
the
that much
Super Team
anymore.
Everybody
Celtics.
came through.
He didn't need
Yeah.
to score that much.
I figured he'd be at the bottom of the 20 with the
all right.
21s.
Before I give you a hint, this guy was considered the best center besides Tim Duncan in the West.
In the West, best center. At this point, though,
Had a Hall of Fame teammate.
at this point in the West,
Gasol?
No,
I like
Gasol didn't
Gasol.
average 25.
Oh, this center
Was
is
that
this,
best?
this center is at this is the 5 spot we're talking about.
yes, at number 5.
Number
We'll let you.
5.
We'll kind of go down
At
the
this
list
point,
here,
Shaq
unless you have
was
other
Shaq
guesses.
was out east at this point. It's not Gasol.
Center,
yet.
right? Center. Not a
Center,
could be a 4.
center,
a
power
center.
forward. No, yeah,
Oh,
center,
okay.
power forward. My bad. Yeah, big man. Big man. Duncan, center power forward as well at the time.
Okay.
I mean, KG is
Um,
out at this point. KG's out east.
KG's in the East. Dirk was never a center.
No, Dirk. It's
Dirk is on this list, but he's not at 25.2.
It's not Dirk. I don't know. I mean,
Hall of Fame point guard teammate.
Amari
Amari.
Stoudemire. Yeah.
Yes.
Amari Israel.
Yes. Amari. Wow. Big,
Mr.
big
Stoudemire.
numbers from Stat.
Stat.
Dirk is on here. Dirk is in this next row. Can you find
All right,
which row?
Who's our next team, Pitt?
Your next team is the well, actually, hold on. I don't know which team he played for at this time. The Sacramento Kings, Spurs legend.
The Kings, the 2007
Spurs legend,
2008
Sacramento Kings. Spurs legend.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Spurs legend. I think that's too
who
many
was on the
facts.
Kings?
just started
Because that
guessing.
was after
Spurs
legend.
right
When did
here.
he play for the Spurs?
2015.
It's here.
Oh, God.
2016, I
God.
believe.
Did he
I
just
think it
one
was
year
his
on the
last
Spurs?
season.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't. So basically, he got no run with the Spurs. Basically, is what's being said.
He played in Minnesota as well. That should give it away right there. Sharpshooter.
Kevin Martin.
Yes,
Oh,
this is
holy
Kevin Martin.
shit.
See, Spurs
for
legend is
him.
where
Kevin-
I didn't like that one. I would have been quicker to say Martin, but I'm thinking,
The Spurs traded for him at the deadline in 2015-16 from the
And
Timberwolves.
I guess I always think about, I always think about Kmart and a Wolves jersey or even a Rockets jersey. Interesting.
yeah.
Who's 23?
So-
What's the 23.6? What's that team?
Y'all been talking about him a few times already.
Oh, this is where Dirk is.
This is Dirk.
We can get rid of Dirk.
Nice. All right.
Um,
Team number 8. 8? Yeah.
Team number 8. This was Giannis before Giannis,
Run and dunk,
but not
man?
really Giannis at all.
What does that mean?
This is this was Milwaukee's star before.
Ray. No.
No.
Oh, Michael Redd.
Ray Allen was in. Yeah, there you
Oh
go,
my-
Ryan.
wow.
Good snipe.
My king, Michael Redd.
This guy's a net. The next one. New
Darren
Jersey
Williams.
net.
Nope. That's
Nope.
God, too early.
I know, this is at the transition period of the NBA. This is where this turned into, this was LeBron's NBA now, where it used to be Duncan and Kobe's.
Is Vince? Is it Vince? Is he tall and nuts at this point?
Vince is on here. He's not up here though.
This is on
Oh.
the Nets. Richard Jefferson.
They had two 20-point scores. Yes,
Yes, he's still here.
Richard
Nice.
Jefferson.
Still with the Nets.
You guys might not. Yeah, no, you should. This is a LeBron teammate.
Mo Williams.
No.
Uh,
When I give the team away, you will
Daniel
instantly know.
Gibson.
Wait,
Terrible
this
guess.
is a LeBron teammate, but not a LeBron teammate at this time.
He's not giving us the team he's on.
Not at the
time.
moment. In the
I
future.
thought you were saying like Cav in 08.
No, the Cavs had probably the worst lineup
Yeah.
with LeBron during this period.
Dwayne
See,
Wade,
like-
Miami Heat.
No.
What is this team?
You know what's funny? D Wade's not on this list
He's not going to give us the team
because I said LeBron teammate. D Wade's close though. So
Because
Do
the
you know
LeBron
how
teammate
many
is close, so
idiots
it's Chris
LeBron has
Bosh.
played with?
Give me Toronto Raptors.
yeah, but think about
Ooh,
LeBron's only played with a handful of good scorers.
that's
in his
a
career.
bad picture of Chris Bosh right there.
Chris
This was
Bosh.
2000. This was media day 2007. All these pictures are media day 2007. I went through the depths of the internet. Y'all aren't figuring this one out. This is a Clipper.
Baron Davis.
And
No,
What?
Baron Davis is in Golden State at this time.
Oh my god. At this exact point, is this
what position?
Oh
is this
man,
Elton Brand?
a small forward.
Is this
No, actually, a really good guess though.
Is this Clippers? Oh,
I want to see if you know this one.
Clippers 08, Clippers 08. I just did a Clippers rebuild on 2K, but I started in 2011.
Yeah, but 08?
Oh, okay. He was not there in
Yeah,
2011.
he had to be gone.
I'm going to give you another 10 seconds before this one's going to be pretty close. Actually, I'll give you the picture. I don't even think you know who he is.
What? That's is this Keith?
Oh, exposed. Exposed. That's Corey Maggette.
Oh my god, it
Oh.
is.
Wow. And I got to.
I don't recognize him without his headband.
Yeah, I need a
That's fair.
game photo of Corey Maggette. I also need a
All right, who's the next one?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna look at pictures of Corey
You
Maggette.
just mentioned him, actually.
Well, Spence, you want to do the
Spencer
honors
just
since it's
mentioned
your
him.
favorite player?
Golden State Warrior.
Oh, I just mentioned Baron Davis.
This is Baron Davis.
BD.
And a former teammate of Baron Davis is next, now in Charlotte at this time.
Charlotte.
Gerald Wallace?
Starts with a J, not Gerald
Oh,
Wallace.
Gerald
though.
Wallace. He wasn't getting the buckets like that.
J. Rich?
Yeah.
Yep.
Josh Richardson.
No, not Josh Richardson.
Jason Richardson.
His brother.
His brother,
His
his long lost brother.
Josh Richardson is dwelling on the Miami Heat bench right now.
Yeah. All right. So the next player, kind of a journeyman, a Hawk at this time, Celtics legend, actually.
ISO
Played
Joe.
until
So
he
he
was.
played.
There you go.
Yeah, he played
Yep.
for 5 minutes with the Celtics, basically. Yeah.
Celtics
Anytime
legend.
you say
And then y'all's favorite. This is y'all's favorite player of all time.
Tracy McGrady.
Boom. Tracy McGrady's next.
Looking at his jersey right now.
There you go. You might not guess this one. Washington Wizard.
Gilbert Arenas.
Nope.
God.
He's not on this one, surprisingly.
No chill.
Was this the one- was this the
21.4
gun
points
year?
per game. I don't know,
Um,
actually. It's a good question.
On the Wizards.
LeBron
not
James shares his name, a part of his name, with this guy.
Well, it's not LeBron.
What?
The Minnesota Timberwolves star, his first three letters of his name are the first three letters of this player's name.
Ant.
I'm trying.
Antoine.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Antoine
Let's
Jameson?
Finish it. This is Antoine Jameson.
Dude. This
Isn't
season
that
was cursed.
this is cursed?
That's nice.
Cursed, man. No wonder the Celtics dominated.
All right.
Dude, Antoine Jameson.
This was a
Wow.
yeah. This guy was a New Jersey Net at the time, but not known for being on the Nets as much as he was for his former team.
Oh, Vince.
Yep.
There you go. There's Vince. Hi, Vince. Welcome.
There he
welcome
is.
aboard.
One of LeBron's former teammates, former as in pre-2007 season
God.
What team is this?
in Utah.
In Utah.
Chicago
Like,
Bulls legend.
So he was. Oh, Boozer.
yeah.
Seaboos. Does he have the painted on hair here? No. Needed it. We needed the painted
No.
hair.
No, he doesn't. All right, and then this other player averages the exact same. This will give it away if I say it, but let's just try it out. Actually, Pelican first off, or sorry, Hornet.
Chris Paul. No, two.
Yep, I was going to say
Oh, it
active
is.
still.
Yeah, Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. This was Chris Paul's rise.
This is Chris Paul.
And then last one, we actually talked about him a couple days ago in our
Show
group
me
chat.
Dwight Howard.
No, this was Minnesota Timberwolves at the time.
Kevin Love. No, too early.
Charlotte Hornets legend. Has been a member of the All-NBA third team.
Remember, only 13. Charlotte Hornets legend. So he got a cup of coffee.
Hornets legend, but he's in Minnesota at this time.
And he was an All NBA third team.
Is this
Was he a high draft
Not
pick?
this year.
is he,
not in
is
this
he a
year.
center?
As a Hornet, we
Yeah.
talked about it. He is a center.
Is he a Mecca Okafor?
No. Wow. No, he's in Minnesota right now.
Oh, he's in Minnesota right now.
Right now is in 2007-08. He's
Oh.
on this
Say
list.
there's
He's in
no
Minnesota.
way.
He's not active.
Oh,
When was the last time he played?
Al Jefferson, Celtics legend.
Oh wow, good.
Ding, ding, ding,
pull.
ding, ding.
Very good.
Let's
there you
go.
go. So
That's
next
crazy.
time I do it, I will put the team name because I completely forgot that.
Yeah,
Honestly.
this is extremely difficult. with
I made
both
it
teams.
harder. I tried to help you out a little bit
So,
though, since I kind of screwed you up. But
that's
here it
okay.
is. And I'm going to post this to our social media. I'm going to post the blank and the, obviously people are going to cheat, but
Maybe.
We didn't cheat.
they will.
Obviously, didn't cheat.
No,
Feeling very,
obviously not because
feeling very.
you didn't know Corey Maggette.
Yeah, not feeling great about that one. For context, this is very small on my screen, but hey. So sorry, Corey Maggette, if you're watching this. I do know of you, but just sorry, that's a tough picture.
Yeah, I mean, once I said the name, I saw it light up. I saw y'all
from
light
here,
up.
he looks like Keith Bogans. I can't lie. Yeah, I had to do kind of a squint. It is what it is.
Yeah. So there you go. So we're gonna do more of those. I enjoyed putting that together.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was kind of a pain. to
Antoine
get to
Jameson
that
was such a
point, but I
mythic
figured it
pull.
out.
I was just did not expect to see that name tonight, but
Yeah, I know. Antoine Jameson, Corey Maggette. Who else on this?
we done with the '90s. We're done with the
Carlos
2000s.
Booth. Kevin Martin, 6.
We're done with the 2000s.
Kevin Martin was the
man.
6th leading scorer. This was pretty solid, though. No one averaged under. The year before, the top 20, someone was averaging 19, I think. Tim Duncan was 20 the year before, and he was at 20.0. Kevin Martin was at 20.2 that year. That was Kobe's 32 point per game season. Yeah,
Wow.
the year before.
See, and I always want to give Kobe the MVP in the year he would scoring crazy, but of course that was the Steve Nash year. So
Ironically enough, LeBron probably should have won MVP that year, or Chris Paul
see,
even.
I thought that was when he won his first.
No,
That's why I was
Chris Paul finished second in the year we just did. Chris Paul was second in MVP voting.
the point guard.
Actually had more win shares and was a more valuable player than Kobe was in this season by a long shot.
But that
Was by
that's the thing,
far
that
the most
Kobe
valuable
MVP
player.
always kind of it feels like a makeup MVP, right? A little bit.
It was 100% a
a little
makeup
bit
MVP.
of a you should have got this 2 years ago type of thing, and so we'll give it to you now.
Dirk was the MVP the season before. He deserved it. Steve Nash didn't deserve any of his. Steve Nash robbed LeBron James in 05 and 06 and robbed Shaq or Kobe in 04, 05. And robbed Dirk, really, looking at it now. I'm sorry, Kobe didn't get a vote in 04, 05 because he got blackballed.
This much is true. That is definitely part of
With
the
the
Kobe
whole-
MVP history that we don't
No,
talk
there's
about.
nothing that happened.
Do not ask what happened in Denver, Colorado.
Don't plan on it. Don't plan on asking about it.
Isn't that crazy? He averaged 27 points per game and was all NBA third team simply because of what happened off the court. Not an MVP vote, not a defensive vote.
Hey,
What a shame. The NBA really, really screwed up there with their handling of that.
we'll stay out of that one.
You can't
I'm gonna stay out of that one.
you can't block votes because of what they did off the court.
I'm gonna stay out. I'm gonna stay out that one.
All right. I'm not
I'm gonna stay out that one.
I'm not gonna get through to y'all. It's over.
Yeah. Personally, I think they should not vote Shohei for MVP this year because of what happened off the field. So,
Really?
no, I'm just kidding.
Well, he's not gonna win. His teammate is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Mookie Betts. Yeah, well aware.
we
Don't
can talk
yep.
baseball soon.
I know Mookie Betts. I'm familiar. Yep, got it. Yep.
Yes, Red Sox legend.
Yep. Actually,
Worst trade in MLB
Red Sox legend. Not
Yes.
he didn't have a cup of coffee in Boston. He
Not a meme.
he actually was
Won an
one of the best
MVP and a
players.
title in the same year.
one of the best players in our franchise's history. So.
And then Steve Pearce took away his World Series MVP.
And-
Devastating. Could have had the trifecta.
And it's pretty rough.
So, all right. So good stuff. What do y'all think about the games? Did you like those games?
I did.
Did they tickle your fancy?
The team
Yeah,
one
they
was
were fun.
hard, or the scoring one was very difficult. We needed more context, but
Next time I'm going to do 2 years ago, probably.
yeah, if you
So
can,
if you wanna
could
start
do
looking at it
mid
now or
2010s, that's peak. That'd be great. That's a great era.
Yeah, I will.
07, 08, I was still a baby.
I just wanted to give y'all something a little challenging, and I did.
Oh.
I think I accomplished that goal.
you stumped us.
So, all right. Do we have any final thoughts before we wrap this one up?
I don't think so. Will you want to take us out?
No thoughts.
Mavs
Just-
Celtics finals. Get ready for it, boys. Lock it in.
No thoughts. Just Mavs Celtics finals.
Celtics in
It's
6.
going to be Timberwolves Celtics, man.
No,
It's going to feed
I don't
generations.
think so, but we'll see. Be exciting to watch.
It won't.
This time next week, we'll have a
Pacers
clear
and
picture that
Mavs.
homeless-
Let's go, baby.
That'll be good.
It's equivalent to giving the homeless man $5 off the street and watching him go buy a beer from the gas station.
I don't think
a good
it's
feeling.
equivalent to that at all.
It doesn't feed me. So, anyways, all right. I'll close this out.
Get us
I
out,
guess.
everybody.
So yeah, there was episode 31 of the Thank You Bro podcast. I've been your host, Will Glover, along with my other two co-founders, contributors who don't contribute to the website, Ryan and Spencer Galloway. Newly employed Ryan Galloway. Congrats on the job.
baby. Let's go.
Don't bring my personal life into this.
Ryan beat the homeless and unemployed allegations.
That's tough.
And
did.
yeah, so he's gonna be going to bed by pretty shortly before he sends another heinous meme on Instagram to me. Terrible.
As soon as you
Did
stop
you get that
talking.
7 a.m. meme, Spencer?
Just let me go to bed,
So
man.
I don't check them, man. I just let them sit.
There you go. Just
I
let him
know.
sit.
I
Yeah,
know it's not going to be
Just-
any good.
I got put
think
on
Ryan
ice
sent
a
it to you.
long
Check your
time
7
ago.
a.m.
Ryan used to
Check
get
your 7 a.m.
really
meme from
rowdy.
this morning.
All right.
Miserable.
All right, they
Miserable
don't care.
watch.
They don't care about this.
anyways.
Let's just go.
They do. They do care about it. And
They,
I think
I
they should
promise
know
you,
that-
they don't
that
give
the
a
things-
flying about any of this. Will
Whoa!
this is
Hey,
bad? This is
now you
bad
gotta
talk
make my
right
job
here.
harder, man. All right, that was episode 31. We appreciate y'all staying tuned and stay tuned for further development to our website and social medias at Thank You Bro Sports on pretty much everything, I believe. And with that being said, hopefully we'll be back next week. You see my forehead's getting bigger. So, anyways,
Is it?
take care. I think it is.
Is it?
I tried the that hair growth thing. I don't think it's working.
What are you doing?
It's over. It's over. It's called Rescue, Hair Rescue or something. I don't know. I saw it.
All right,
at-
stop
at,
recording.
It was on the TikTok
recording.
shop. It was on the TikTok shop.